Hey everyone, it's Dave. Only a quick video today because I've not got much battery at the moment. Just wanted to reflect really on the last couple of weeks that I've had, and I'm pretty sure many of you will relate to it. It's these waves of energy cycles and periods of optimism and then periods of crushing pessimism really, and how they just oscillate. And for the last couple of weeks, probably peaking in the last 3 or 4 days, I've been feeling really angry and quite resentful. And I just wanted to make this video really to, again, like many videos recently, really talking to myself more than anybody else here. But I know that what I'm saying will, I'm sure, resonate with you. It's so important when we are. It's important to let ourselves feel angry. I do believe, because it's surely at a time such as this, when we're looking around and we're seeing such cowardice still from many people in society. Surely that would be the natural emotion that would be provoked. But it's really important that we don't let it consume us. And as I say, I'm talking to myself here because it can manifest in so many other different ways rather than just anger. It can lead to confusion and fear, and also presenting physical symptoms. So for me, that's joint pain and feeling sick and very, very tired and no energy. It's also important to remember when we're feeling that way. A couple of other things I would say is to somehow try and find a way to get out of our own heads, and by that I mean try and find a way to, to help other people. Maybe listen to their concerns, maybe try to help find a solution for them, someone to talk to, because it's very easy to get very wrapped up in how we're feeling, wrapped up in our anger, wrapped up in our resentment, and yet wrapped up in fear of what may be coming down the line. But if we're aware enough, we can allow that process to happen, that anger to be channeled through us naturally, so that it doesn't become all consuming. But there needs to be a real awareness around how we're feeling and why we're feeling as well. And the other thing is that I think a bit of experience really. I don't know about anybody else, but I know when I'm feeling sad, depressed, angry, resentful, that, well, they're saying this too shall pass is very true and very pertinent, because feelings do come and go, feelings do pass, and you do wake up one day and feel like you've been released from the claws of the angry monster. And that for me is today. I don't feel sick at all anymore. My joint pain's all gone, and I've just on this walk, I've been looking around and seeing signs of positivity and hope, people chatting to each other, and neighbours chatting across the fence to each other, and just things like that I'm sure were happening yesterday, the day before and the day before, but I wasn't ready to see that because I was angry and I was becoming a little bit consumed by my anger. So like I say, anger's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's incorrect, that assumption that anger is always a bad thing. It often is, and it can certainly be very destructive, but it needs to be used in the right way, the right time, and we have to make sure, through being very aware and trying to be introspective, that we don't let it consume us. Because I spent 2 or 3 days there where I was consumed by anger and resentment, and I could say justified anger and resentment, I don't know, but what's the point? We have to remember we can only do so much. We have to remember that we can't let our other people's behaviour or how they're thinking or speaking or not speaking about this particular situation that we're in, we can't let our perception of that take away from our ability to do good in this world and to be the light, or to try to move towards the light, because in doing so we let ourselves down really, and we create this negative feedback loop where the anger just intensifies and intensifies and intensifies, and ultimately will manifest in us saying something that we regret maybe, or like I say, manifesting in us doing something that we regret, or physical symptoms that make us feel ill. So we need to be very, very circumspect about anger, I feel. What does everyone think about what I've just said? And put in the comments below how you deal when you do feel angry, how you deal with it, and if you've got any tips for me or anybody else who's watching the video about ways to deal with anger when it strikes. Anyway, that's the video for today. Hope everyone's good, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye bye.